be here now. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the invisible world of Jeremy Jonz, where all things are possible when you believe. So hang on, here we go. Let's do this. You are here just in time, like you barely made it just before the doors closed. For what? For the launch of a whole new miniseries. Can you feel the rumble in the engines? Yep, that is episode 40. Fire! Aim, ready. Oh no, part 1. I'm just itching to get this story out. Let's start there. Let's scratch the itch and see how it goes. A few weeks ago, my nephew comes into town. A little bit about him. He has lived, worked, and served all over the world in the U.S. military. And I can't tell you everything he does, mostly because I really don't know. When I catch him between missions, it's one of those conversations. I ask where he's last stationed, and then I can only get another question or two out before he says, "Well, Jonz, I'm sorry, that's classified." But something I do know is that he is a very experienced and skilled marksman. And, most importantly, the man is like my brother. He's handled the full spectrum of guns, little .22 handguns up to the massive guns on Bradley tanks. So he's in town, and we somehow land on the idea that we're going to an indoor shooting range. Me, I'm on the opposite experience spectrum as he is. I've only shot a gun a few times in my entire life. At home, before we go to the range, he gave us all very solid play-by-play training. Before long, I start feeling confident. When we arrive at the shooting range, this is sort of how my experience went. It's loud, I got my earplugs in, I'm gripping the gun, palms are, sweating a little bit. I line up the eyesights. That looks about right. Boom! I fire. Me. Where'd it go? Nephew. Well, Jonz, it was a little low. So, I didn't hit anything on the target? That's no problem. I'll just fire it again. This time too high, Jonz. No problem. I'll just fire it again. To left, to right. Try again, fire. Then I hit the fringe, like the outer edge of the farthest circle on the target. This isn't as easy as I thought. So I fire again. And then I miss. I miss again. Then I hit the paper target, the inner circle. Yes, I'm a genius. Then I miss again. Now I know why they have that phrase, hit and miss. It was very hit and miss. All right, I say, handing the gun over, let's see a master marksman give it a go. And although I've never seen him shoot before, with all his military experience, I know it's going to be pretty dang smooth. He walks up to the counter and says, "Hey Jonz, do you want to see me do a mag change also?" If you don't know, a mag change, a mag is the cartridge that holds the bullets. And when it runs empty, it's going to discharge the magazine from the pistol and it's going to reinsert a different loaded mag in quick time. And I'm like, of course, I would love to see that. Sweet, let's do it. I take out my phone. I want to record it. This is going to be epic. Meanwhile, he's getting everything ready. He double checks the ammo in the multiple mags. He recounts the bullets. He positions the paper target, double checks the target distance, lays everything out on the counter in front of him, then finally picks up the gun. Here goes, I thought. But that was just ready. I start recording. He's holding the gun, checking the scope, the eyesights, checks the sights, looks down range at the target. Okay, repositions, checks the sights again, adjusts his arms, becomes still, then checks the sights again. All right. So now I'm like, but when are you going to shoot the gun, man? I can't have 10 seconds of nothing on my video eating up my phone memory. So I stop that video, I delete it. He hasn't shot yet. I start re-recording again. He checks the sights at the nose of the pistol, readjusts his arms. All that was just aim. And he finally gets uncomfortably still. And then 3, 2, 1, fires. Oh, wow. It was like, da-da-da-da. The mag empties. He drops it from the pistol, and like he's slapping a bee off his palm against his hip, he swipes the new mag, inserts, then da-da-da-da, and that's it. It's over in a few seconds. He calls the target back in. Sure, every shot wasn't a bullseye, but most were. And you probably figured out, with his mag change, he shot twice as many bullets in half the time it took me, with like 15 times more accuracy than I did. So, go on, Jonz. Where's this going? I'm listening. Well, the experience reminded me of an important lesson. Sequence matters. How you order steps matters. And that's what this whole miniseries is about. And oh, what treasures await us. One of the big differences between my shooting and his was I was focused on the fire of ready, aim, fire. I thought that was the important part of shooting. Ready a bit, aim a little. Whew. I know the important part is fire. I was doing the reverse sequence. Fire, ready, aim. And his sequence was the opposite. First he got ready. Then he focused on aim, and finally, at the end, fire. It can't just be fire, 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 missing the target completely, winging it, all figure it out mode, hit and miss mode. Eventually, with that method, you might start locking on the target, getting some hits, but you waste a lot of time, and you waste a lot of expensive ammo to get there. We shot a few more rounds. On my next turn, I did what? What did I do? I overcorrected. I'm staring down the range. The sweat's rolling down my forehead. I'm not even blinking. He's like, Jonz, you're gonna have to pull the trigger. You're gonna have to fire if you're going to hit a target. Go ahead. Anytime now. See, it can't just be ready, ready, ready either. Because then you never fire, and then you never hit your objectives. You miss 100% guaranteed of the shots that you don't take. So we benefit from the correct order, from the right sequencing. Why does this matter? Let's dig into it more. Let's peel it back more. Let's break the lock and open the chest. True to my promise from previous episode, if you remember, you know I'm good for it. I'm back to deliver on sharing a big mistake I made. Last time I shared a little mistake, now I'll share a big one. That was the deal, one of the embarrassing ones. Okay, one day, why did I make that deal? One day I got so tired and frustrated with my money situation. Maybe that's just me. I looked around, and seemingly everyone in the money race was just racing past me. I got worried I was missing out, wasn't getting my fair share. My slice of the cake should be bigger. I should have some extra frosting in there. I've worked hard. I'm a good guy. I should be further along by now. And I want lots of money. I want to ship my bike to Europe and ride around the Alps for fall break. That'd be nice. But I need to make sure I also hit all 4 tennis Grand Slams, first Melbourne, then Paris, then London, and the Big Apple. I need to log my own calendar slam, spectator version. Plus, don't forget about my real big desire, the forever house. I'm building my forever house. Not just 1 indoor slide, but 2 so we can race each other. Yeah, this miracle. And I want it now. Not tomorrow, now. Recently, I was on the blog of a successful entrepreneur. He was shaping up his 2024, and I read through a few of his goals. Grow another $100 million business to sell, master foil surfing, and start construction on my forever house. It's gonna be a great 2024. What does that mean? My forever house. I mean, I know what it means. I have Instagram. Don't we all need a 12-car garage and a personal valet to lay out my toothbrush and jogger pants in the morning? Sir Jeremy Jonz, would you like the black or gray joggers this morning? A forever house. What does that mean? Oh, it started to get under my skin. Does that mean if I don't have millions of dollars for a house, that my house is not forever classified? Probably after reading his blog, yep, I was convinced this guy had legitimate financial success. He had done some really cool things. What's going on here? Am I just jealous? Is this just me being jealous? It's okay if you are, Jonz. I just want you to be honest with me. And what if you never build a house like that? Are you going to be disappointed with your life? I had to look harder. And when I did, I saw it. I already built my big forever house. It's first class too. It's in the invisible world of Jeremy Jonz. It's golden paradise. You built it. I did. I go there every day. Remember when you found it, Jonz, all dilapidated? You have come a long way. Build up not for yourselves treasures and houses upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, where thieves break through and steal, but lay up, build up, brick by brick, rainbow point by rainbow point, build for yourselves a wonderful home, a true forever home, in your invisible world, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, where thieves cannot break in and steal. For where your house is built, there will your heart be also. Nice to have would be one of those houses on earth. That's a nice to have thing. But the must have is the sanctuary in your invisible world, Jonz. Maybe you build yours there with dozens of indoor water slides. Right? Then we could all race each other at the same time. A place where you can forever and always go to for wisdom, guidance, rest, renovation, recharging, no matter the storms, disasters, and thieves running around outside the invisible world. After all that is gold does not glitter. Not all those who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither. Deep roots are not reached by the frost. Where are we? Where are we going here? Oh, yes. I was setting up for you the big mistake to share. Remember? I can't forget about that. That's right. So I had just brewed a stiff concoction of big-time desires and fear, right? The fear of missing out, falling behind with the money race. People are passing me. Major FOMO issues here. The guru said, you'll never make it with just the old-school technique of ready, aim, fire. That's the standard pace for chumps. So here in my bag of tricks, I have a hack for you, the guru said. Get real results, and fast. But wait, there's more. Oh, honey, there's more. The guru said that ready, aim, fire prevents action, creates analysis paralysis. So just start firing, fire. Break stuff if you have to. Just start any kind of action, and that will be enough to get the engine going, the guru said. Forget all of this aiming business. Forget ready, aim, fire. That's what's slowing you up. Not enough action, not enough firing. See, it's a hack. Oh, hack. I'm going to do a hack episode one day. Let's just say I am trying to quit hacks. The punchline to that episode, by the way, is here's the best hack that I've found. Just do it right the first time. Anyway, the guru said, be a contrarian, a hacker. Just go start firing, fire. Believe me, you'll hit something. So I thought that's what I was missing. Lack of action. Yeah, that's it. I grabbed my phone, opened an app, looked up some money accounts, some stocks. Oh man, if I don't do something, this money will never grow fast enough. Then I'll never be rich, and then I'll never make it to my dreams. I rationalized, okay, maybe I don't need the double indoor water slide house, but I do need one with a bigger yard, with an extra garage, maybe that one up the street I had my eye on. Just the new car. It doesn't have to be a Ferrari, but I am due for a new car. Tricky. We start small like that, huh, Jonz? That's how we prime the pump, prime the slope. That's how we pour water over the snow to get a real smooth, icy, slippery slope. Fire. So my mistake was driven by these, do we agree, lack emotions, meaning emotions of lack. I opened my brokerage account and I spent thousands of dollars on a stock called Context Logic, and you've probably never heard of them, and that's because they're going to go bankrupt soon. Yeah. Last year, they already did a 30-to-1 reverse stock split, and I am down 98%. Once valued at billions, they're getting auctioned off the block for $170 million, less than the parts cost to build the thing. Ooh. Anyway, so it's bad. Bad mistake. Worse. I can't believe I'm telling you this. Why am I even telling you this? I borrowed that money on margin, meaning I signed up to pay interest on this, quote, investment. Oh, that's just dripping with grease. Such a juicy, fatty, embarrassing mistake. Aim and ready, like they never even made it anywhere on the board. I didn't even give them a chance. It would have just slowed me up. The whole transaction was like 3 minutes. Just like the experience at the gun range. It's like I'm on this materialistic mission trying to catch up with the Jonzes. And I know I shouldn't. I get it. Thank you. I know I shouldn't. But I still try. Rather, the Jonzes, what's really happening? Go to the invisible world. I'm trying to catch up with the self-constructed illusions, the insatiable greed and hungry appetite of a savage, egoic mind that is unchecked and off-leash and foaming at the mouth with rabid expectations. Or a classier way to say it would be my vision of what's possible, achieve my potential. Yeah, that sounds smarter. I like the sound of that. But it's all just simply too much expectation and not enough appreciation. Too often, I'm leaving the never fail you tonic, the wellness shot of gratitude. I keep leaving that omnipotent antidote in the medicine cabinet. Gratitude. That's for people who fail at getting what they really want. Gratitude. That's what they call the second place trophy. So wrong. Wow. Mournfully, sadistically wrong. Have you ever heard the expression, build the plane as you fly? Me, I haven't just heard it. I've lived it. Oh yeah. That experience is certainly in my life's jar. Feels like I'm on a roll here. Let's briefly touch on another one of my big mistakes. Yeah, just an extra laugh on the house today for you. Let me serve up another one. One lovely day in the future, I will dig into all the mistakes that I made rebuilding my house. It'll be a whole grand mini-series. Unfortunately, it was synonymous with building the plane as you fly because I did a whole comprehensive whole house down to the studs renovation, moving walls and beams, all kinds of stuff, without any plans. Yep. It will be a whole hotbed of lessons. But today, we're just going to do a quick flyby, tower buzz. In my eagerness, in my burning desire, in my I want it now egoic craze, see, I kept trying to shortcut my home renovation. So instead of 4-hour work week, I was going to do the 4-hour home renovation. Genius! Oh, new book idea. Right. Cheat codes, the easier, smarter way. Back to the hipster term of hacks. Oh, hacks. Such good clickbait. So alluring. Hack your way on the ACT, hack your way to the bachelor degree, the 10 best hacks for a job interview, how to hack your house renovation and your abs at the same time. On sale now, your local bookstore. Local bookstore, Amazon, come on. I thought, I'll hack this renovation. I'll skip the design, I'll skip the renderings, I'll skip the blueprints, I'll save some money there, I'll avoid the architect, the time. I don't have time for this anyway. The designs, the city planner fees. I know people spend a fortune on renos, but not me. I thought I was saving money. I presumed that I'd just kind of walk through the house and tell my contractor what I envision, flashing him screenshots of Pinterest on the way. I mean, how hard could this be? You can guess how that went, right? Right. My nephew, he's an architect, my other nephew, and now I'm caught in a lurch as I'm right in the middle of this thing going sideways, and I'm groveling at his door. He's like, what do you mean you never did a rendering? You don't have a printout of your building plans? Like, how's a builder going to get it right? Okay, back to today's point. The sequence matters. Patiently starting with ready. Even when Veruca is screaming her crazy lungs at you. No, now! That is mastery. Veruca, sweetie, just breathe. It's okay. We'll get there eventually. And Veruca, one more thing. I love your passion. It's an important part of my invisible world, which is why I have room for you in my big invisible house. Let's keep magnifying this under the scope. Let's look at some other sequence applications, right? Okay. How about wrong sequence? When you love me, it gives me the courage to be who I am. If you love me, then I can feel safe and secure in this relationship. I tried that 4 years, actually. Well, who am I kidding? I more than tried that. I ran the play every freaking day. Run it again. Run the play again. I'm a nice guy. Love me. Accept me. Validate me. So therefore, then I can have the strength and courage to be who I was meant to be. Never worked. Yeah. Instead, Jonz, level up. Focus on a higher frequency sequence. First you be and do and have the courage to be who you are. Be who you're meant to be. Say what's on your mind. Self-validate. Be there for yourself, right? And then, next, right, then loving relationships will naturally coalesce around you. Here's another wrong sequence. Well, see, once I grow my business, then I'll do extra thoughtful value-add services for my clients. That's when I'll leave the chocolates for them on the pillow. Start with the chocolates on the pillow, right? The sublimated sequence is first I go above and beyond for my clients. Like, that's what I do first. The next step of the sequence ends up being that the business will have robust growth. So, Jonz, listen, stop hoping for robust growth without putting above and beyond effort in first. That's driving me batty. Another wrong sequence. Once I make a lot of money and I'm financially comfortable, then at that point I will make the time to do the things I truly love, what makes me feel alive. I just need to make a bunch of money first. That changes to I do what makes me feel alive first, what I truly love, however big or small the time I can give to it. And then I will be financially comfortable because I'm emotionally comfortable. Because I overdosed on the gratitude antidote. I was only supposed to have a few, but I took the whole bottle. Right? I raided the gratitude minibar. See, and that's how you fly higher than a G6. You starve out the expectations. I'm selling a seminar in today's podcast on achieving financial independence. That's right. How would you like to be rich? But by the time you get out your credit card to pay me, the seminar will be already over. Once we get emotionally comfortable in our invisible world, it's pretty easy to get financially comfortable. Real cozy, right, Gandhi? Changes the entire world with just a few dollars to his name. Interesting. And what about you, Epictetus? What do you have to say? Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Oh, one more time. Okay. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. You think you can do that, Jonz? Do you think you can have fewer wants? Could that be a sequence to consider, my friend? It's true. The Bible does say to be a doer of the word. Fire, be a doer, action, not just a hearer. I get you, I got you. But he also said to first ponder in your hearts and pray, and then look your eyes toward heaven. And then finally, then you be a doer. A modern day Jeremy Jones gospel translation version reads sort of like, ready, aim, fire. But Jonz, I want to do something, so I feel like I'm getting where I want to go. I want to do something, not just get ready. Well, if you want to get some action going, start with the action of ready. Ready itself is an action, just like my military nephew. He got it all laid out and double ready at the shooting range. Start there. Start with winning the first set. You don't win the match on the first point, but statistically, as we've shared, you win the match by winning the first set, by getting ready. It's not the right sequence. That's wrong. To go to London and win the whole Wimbledon tournament in the first match. No, it takes a few weeks. The correct sequence, I go train and condition before the tournament. I have top-tier fitness. I'm sprinting the steps at the stadium 3 months before the tournament. That's the start of a solid sequence. That's a nice ready. Yeah. The tournament starts getting closer. You can start aiming a little, maybe get the racket out. Or how about this? You want to embrace that special someone with an iconic selfie under the Eiffel Tower and then snuggle up with stolen kisses and dreamy, breathless promises in a Viennese gondola. If that's your target, well, then the ready sequence is to have an intriguing conversation tonight about what's for dinner? What shall we make for dinner? Then, if you are really bringing the heat, you can work up to dessert. And eventually, you keep working the sequence, and it's a no-brainer to book the flight to Europe. Let's shut this down for today. Let's be done. Here's the thing. When your sequence is off, Jonz, when the order is off, when you are doing fire, aim, then ready. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not right. Most often, you lose the hard-earned money in a bad investment. Or in my case, you lose the terribly foolish borrowed money. Anyway, you lose money, you miss the target, you waste a lot of ammo, people get hurt, ignored, money gets lost, you fail the test, you get injured, whatever. So today, look out there at what you really want and start with ready. Then aim. Then fire away at your goals and your limitless opportunities because the world needs who you were meant to be. So be it.